Greetings and salutations, everyone. I am, as always, Darth Devious, bringing you another video review, this time from Combiner Wars. It's leader class, Ultra Magnus. And he's a decent figure. He's not too shabby. I still think the Masterpiece is a better figure, but, you know. But this is a different type of Ultra Magnus, because he is... You know, the original, I guess in IDW Comics, the original Ultra Magnus was killed. Since then, others have taken on the mantle of Ultra Magnus by wearing the armor and controlling it. The current wearer is Minimus Ambus, who's this little tiny guy, and my god, is he tiny. And, yeah, so, there you go. Now, you will see here the rims are not painted, as are the upper lights and things like that. I have gone through and added a little bit of paint here and there to kind of bring out some of the details I wanted. I know that Repro Labels just put out a nice set, or they are putting out a nice set for him, which actually details Minimus's cockpit inside the truck. So I might get something like that. I might. So yeah. We'll get that out of here, and we'll bring him in, and we'll come down so you can actually see what the hell I'm trying to show you, because the box is huge. This box is huge. Now, he is a decent sized car carrier. We'll look at Minimus Ambus in a minute here, but he's a decent sized car carrier. One thing he does have over the Masterpiece is he can actually move his cab a lot farther. As you see, yeah, I painted all the rims. He needed it. This was just screaming for painted rims. I also painted back here the rear bumper and the lights and stuff, because that wasn't painted. These lights up here were not painted. I haven't done really much else to him, because frankly, I started painting him and then I had to pack him back up because of the move. So I might go back and redo him, add some more paint. I might not. I might get the Repro Labels set, because pretty much the Repro Labels set will cover most of the stuff that I didn't get. I know they've got like license plates, and they've got things for these lights back here. So you can see he's got a lot of nice G1 style details on him. And he is a functioning car carrier. We'll bring in, I don't have any of the Combiner Wars figures, but they are basically this size. This is G1 smokescreen. You see he fits up there nicely. He can fit inside nicely too. So yeah, you can actually use him as a car carrier. There you go. Just like you could the original Ultra Magnus, but the original Ultra Magnus was very much a parts former. He's not. I mean, the only things you really move are the missiles. Everything else is incorporated nicely. It's really cool. Really cool. And this is a nicely engineered figure. Don't get me wrong. It's hollow, it's light, but it's still a nicely engineered figure. Now, let's take a look at his little driver, so to speak, Minimus Ambus, and I'm going to zoom in and zoom in because I need to, because this guy is freaking tiny. How tiny? Let's come up. Creon Starscream is taller than his car mode, and you could not see that at all. There we go. There you go. Creon Starscream is taller than his car mode. Of course I am. But he's just a simple little transformer, and his leg just popped off on me. There we go. Pop that back on the ball joint. His joints are stiff when it comes to transforming him. They really are. I mean, he's basic, but still. Come on. This joint is pretty much the hardest. It really is. You gotta get his back on this hinge here to swing down, and I knocked his leg off again. Yeah. And there you go. And if I could zoom in a little bit further, I don't know if it's going to do it. This face in that metallic green paint, and it's a very small thing. I guess I'm at the limit there. Alright. That is just... I'm going to have to put a picture in here somewhere in here. If you've ever seen Monty Python's Holy Grail, the French knights that were taunting King Arthur. I told them we already have one. It was very nice. Yeah. That's Minimus Ambus. And his robot mode is still very tiny. Though now, he is slightly taller than Creon Starscream. I'll still blast him. Shut up. Yeah. So he's a little dude. Articulation on him, he's got ball joint in his hips. He's got a nice bend in his knee, but that's from transformation. Got ball joint at the shoulder, and that's all you get. So he's got 4 points of articulation. No, 6 points. 6 points, sorry. 6 points of articulation. So yeah. Alright. Let me get Magnus out of his carrier mode and into his robot mode. I'll be right back. Alright, we've got Ultra Magnus in his really cool robot mode, and it really is cool because the engineering actually incorporates the headlights from the cab mode here into his abdomen, which is really nice. And you have this this chest piece that the G1 had, that's incorporated. The missile launchers, he's got his, shoulder pylons here. It's really cool. Really cool. Love how they did this figure. I still like my City Commander, but that's a different figure altogether. I still think the Masterpiece is a better representation of Ultra Magnus from the cartoon, whereas this is a great version of Ultra Magnus in the IDW comics. So yeah, you can see in the back here, there's not a lot of kibble in the back, which is really cool. I mean, you got the wheels from the back of the truck. That's pretty much it. Like how the red parts that were the side of the car carrier fold up back here and peg in nicely to fill in the backs of his legs. So yeah, he is hollow, but things get filled out nicely in robot mode. So you got that. His head here, we'll take a closer look at his face. Let's get up there. Come on. That's a nice Ultra Magnus face. Look at that. Very stern, very serious. He's got some decent articulation. He goes back and forth. He doesn't go back and forth a lot because of what's underneath. If you look underneath, there's that silly French guy. So what we'll do is we'll take the chest down, come back a little bit, and he's actually made, if you didn't know already, so that Minimus Ambus can be in there piloting him. He's got handholds, and I've got him sitting the way he's supposed to be. He's holding onto the handholds. There are screens and stuff molded in here into the cockpit area, and some of these screens, the Repro label set will actually detail out, and that's pretty cool. So that's why I kind of want to get that, because I was going to paint this, but I'm like, if they're going to do that, I might as well just wait. But yeah, he fits in there nicely, and there's a gap here. When you don't have Minimus Ambus in there, it's kind of an unsightly gap, so he also fills in the gap that's there. You see his chest comes up and locks everything in. Nicely done. Very nicely done. Sorry. And he's Ultra Magnus. Nothing else I could really say about that. We'll come back out because show off his articulation. I showed you his head, his shoulders, and go all the way around. Underneath here, they actually thought of this. You could actually tilt the missiles up so you can get this out. So you can bring his arms all the way out, which is really cool. You know, he's got ratchet in his elbow, so you get a nice 90-degree. Nothing at the wrist, sadly. His fingers do open, though, but that's actually a detriment, unfortunately. Thighs are on ratchets. They go out, all the way out. You can get them into I'm kicking you in the face poses. If you can get him to stand. Hey, nope, you ain't gonna hold it. Thigh swivel. Got 90-degree knee. And his foot pivots back and forth. I wish it had a little bit of a rocker, but it doesn't. If you really want him a little more stable, you can put his feet back a little bit. It does get a little unsightly because now you got this big gap down here. It's up to you. You can display him how you want. He does sit fairly stable like that. He does have problems though. For as cool as all this is, they really dropped the ball on his weapons. Because he can't hold them. He can't. If they had given us a peg system like the masterpieces use, I don't think people would have problems with this. But, you know, here he is, he's holding that, but, and there it goes. It's on the floor. And his fingers are too loose to hold this. Now, I might put some floor polish in there or something one of these days, maybe some nail polish. And, yeah. And this gun kind of looks like his gun, kind of looks like Optimus Prime's more. But that's not the only thing he can do. Because nowadays we have to have a hammer for Ultra Magnus. Ever since animated, we have to have a hammer. That's fine. I just don't care for it myself. But basically, these go together. You know, hey, look, it's a hammer handle made of guns. And then you can take these and put these on, and there you go. He's got a Magnus hammer with missiles on it, so that when he hits something like Starscream, it'll explode. So yeah. But he can hold this, and they've actually got cutouts here that you could slide that in, and now he holds the hammer really nice. But I like my Ultra Magnus with his missile launchers. So no hammer. No hammer for you. So yeah. So I know he's hitting stores now. I actually got him online because I did not want to wait for stores. And that seems to be the way things are going, because Combiner Wars figures, Wave 2 kind of stalled in places. Wave 3 is hit and miss across the country. The leader class figures are hit and miss. I don't know. So there you go. Leader class Ultra Magnus. Is he worth it? I say so. Go for it. You guys be good. He can't deal with it right now. He doesn't want you being bad. He can't deal with you being bad. Be good. Later.